So sojo comes from the word sojourn. When I was young, it became a really important word in my life, learning from Isaiah and the meaning of sojourning, going in a direction, not knowing where you're going. Yeah, it's just always been the theme, I guess. My name is Kavanauh. Most call me Cav. I have taken 36 glorious trips around the sun, and I am the proud owner of Sojo Leather Co. I've been leathersmithing for about 5 years. When I lived in Colorado, I had an old man tell me one time when I first started that I was a leathersmith. He picked up my stuff and he said, "You hand stitch everything." He goes, "So you're a leathersmith, not a leather crafter." He's like, "Leather crafters will use machines." He's like, "They'll use sewing machines and everything's done quickly and efficiently." He's like, "But when you're a leathersmith," he's like, "you take time with your hide. You acknowledge the process." The whole process of the hide in itself is just really, I don't know, it's really magical to me, because you have this cow that's eating all this grass, that's living in a field, and then, you know, it provides meat for a family. So you have longevity and life that comes out of it there. And then it gets taken and it gets beat around and processed into this beautiful piece of material that you can make all kinds of things out of. I really love that I'm taking something that was dead and I'm giving it new life. I'm giving it an opportunity to tell a different story, giving it the opportunity to be made whole again, but in a different perspective. What I'd love for everyone to know about transformation is that it starts right here. And it starts right here. When you have a choice to change your heart, and you have a choice to change your mind. And I think when God gets a hold of you and starts asking you to be obedient, you have the choice whether or not you're gonna obey him or not. But if you want true transformation and not just surface facade, it begins right here and right here. When you start a project with leather, the first thing you want to do is you want to pick your hide. And you pick it based on weight and temperament and depending on what you want to make out of it. So if you're making a wallet, you want something thinner. If you're making a journal, you want something thicker. Let's say we're making a journal. Everything's measured and hand cut, no tools outside of just hand tools, and no machines. And so I cut every single page by hand to measurement, and then everything is hand stitched in, everything's hand folded, hand stitched, everything's hand burnished, hand polished. Probably one of the biggest compliments I've ever gotten was from an old man who knew from the beginning that my stuff was done by hand, but another person thought it was done by a machine. And the person who thought it was done by machine couldn't tell the difference. I think it kind of starts with the guy hanging next to Jesus on the cross that was like, I messed up. You know, I've done things that I shouldn't do, but it started again right here with that guy's heart. And he wanted a second chance, and he wanted to be transformed. Jesus is there for every single person. Doesn't matter what you've done, what you're doing, what you think you're gonna do. If you want to be transformed, he's willing to walk that journey with you to make you new and whole again.